What's up with it? Do it cause I love it and I stuck with it. We ain't with the subbing in the cut with it. Please none of the talks, I heard enough of it. Like, what you gonna do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really about this, don't talk about it. Really on the move, on the map, never slip. Keep your hands to your lips, don't talk about it. Real eyes, real lies, real lies. All the time, stand on it. If we said it, we don't walk around it. Loose lips, ain't ships, red cup, blue strips, new phone, who this? No, we don't allow it. Really on go, I don't know what's an off day. Now we on road, came from smoking in the hallway. Now we got shows, boys feeling like Broadway. Always look both ways, even on a crossway. Driving down Cross Bay, out town Barclays. Really on big things, came up a small way. Championship rings, baby, that's a ball game. Oh, she want a little bag, baby, that's small change. Yeah, that money talk. If we ain't cool, then cut me off. No breaking news, don't run your mouth. Thought it was the plug, now he running off. Thought it was a plug, now he running off. What you gonna do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really about this, don't talk about it. Really on the move, on the map, never slip. Keep your hands to your lips, don't talk about it. Real eyes, real lies, real lies.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, I like this. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Look. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm riding around the city with my roof down, bumping Machiavelli, blowing out the Kush clouds. To the heavens and the sign, if you look down, you know it's getting hard to tell who really down with me. Yeah, I'm riding around the city with my roof down, bumping Machiavelli, blowing out the Kush clouds. To the heavens and the sign, if you look down, you know it's getting hard to tell who really down with me. Yeah.
Yo, who you with? Tell me who you with, yeah. Yo, pick a side, no middle fence, yeah. Hit a lick, split it with the click, yeah. You the type that hit a lick and switch, yeah. And I ain't never put the money over loyalty, and I ain't never put the hoes over family. Hard to say why they jealous or they mad at me. Streets holding me down like gravity. Trying to get out but I'm too deep, yeah. My side ain't too sweet, going pop but I'm too street, yeah. Riding round blowing two sweets, yo, what it is, friend or foe, state your biz, yeah. Gotta keep it from around me and the kids, yeah. For my people, Lord knows I'll give a rib, but all they seeing is the drip on the wrist, so.
Yeah, I'm riding around the city with my roof down, bumping Machiavelli, blowing out them Kush clouds. To the heavens and the sign, if you look down, you know it's getting hard to tell who really down with me. Yeah, I'm riding around the city with my roof down, bumping Machiavelli, blowing out them Kush clouds. To the heavens and the sign, if you look down, you know it's getting hard to tell who really down with me. Yeah.
Now who you with? Now what you claim? From the den to the black, I really did it, man. Keeping distance from a trusted bustin' ain't a thing. A living legend in the city, bitch, I can't complain. See me posted on the block, we're rolling up the score. Everyone around me dead or either chasing stars. They try to tell me that this rap will never give me fall, but here I am breaking real walls and TV stars. You steady fishing, you can miss me with that pound of ticket. I'm on this mission, get my family up in new editions. They say it's good enough, but lately I can get attention. Speaking riddles, so I'm tripping, but I need to listen. Blowing cookies in the line. Little ass, I got his mind right. They say they miss me, but I shine bright. Do so about the roof, I'm rolling down.
Yeah, riding around the city with my roof down, bumping Machiavelli, blowing out them Kush clouds. To the heavens and the sign, if you look down, you know it's getting hard to tell who really down with me. Yeah, I'm riding around the city with my roof down, bumping Machiavelli, blowing out them Kush clouds. To the heavens and the sign, if you look down, you know it's getting hard to tell who really down with me. Yeah.
Yo,
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for clicking that play button. Welcome into the Dan Levely Show, and thank you for clicking that play button. And welcome my special guest, recording artist AB Dvinci.
yo,
What's
what's
going
good,
on, brother?
man? Not a whole lot, man. Just here at the crib on this Saturday night, man, chilling.
Yeah, that's right.
Happy,
That's right.
happy to be
Watching
here on
some
the.
football.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not actually. I'm just
No?
kicking back. Now, my brother-in-law invited me over to his house to go watch the football and some fights. But I'm just gonna stay in the house and chill, man. I have the Dan Levely show to do, so you know, can't miss it. Don't want to miss it.
That's right. That's right. But thank you for taking time out of your day for and coming and chilling with me for a little bit.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Always a pleasure to be here. I love being on this podcast. Real laid back, always good convo. So, yeah,
Mhm.
man, ready to chop
Yeah,
it up.
we always try to have fun here. Like I witnessed like a lot of podcasts that have like musicians on, and it's all pretty much like straightforward questions. To like I do that too, but I like to mix it up.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. It's more just like natural
Right.
flow of like two buddies talking and not so much like the same questions or right. It's not
Right.
as formal. It's a podcast. And it's a good job being a podcast as opposed to like an interview show. That's why I like it here.
Like exactly. Now you've done a lot of interviews though, but like what's the most awkward question that you've been asked on an interview?
Uh I've been lucky enough to dodge like the awkward questions. I can't really say anyone's put me like in that weird position where I feel like there's a weird or like a loaded question.
Right.
The weirdest one or the one that could get kind of sticky is when they're like, uh, "What's the music scene like in Corpus Christi? What's the music
Mhm.
scene where you're from?" That one's like a loaded answer because there's so many positives and negatives, and
Mhm.
you always want to give like the right answer. You know, you always want to represent for your city and not gripe about the struggles of a local artist. So that one's always kind of, I guess that's the most awkward one. What's the music scene like in your city? It's,
Right.
it's like I just focus on the positive. But nah, everyone's great. I usually avoid shows that don't have good hosts. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. It takes that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I was on a podcast once and they were pretty much bashing this one person for having like it was it was an emotional male podcast is what it was. It was a very
Oof.
emotional male podcast. Like where it was okay for men to go on there and cry if they wanted to. It was okay for that. And they were just pretty much just bashing this dude over and over again. And I was just like, I just signed off. I was like, I'm not going to take part in this. I'm just going to sign off.
Yeah. I probably would have done the same. Would have had a
It gets
technical
awkward.
difficulty. They'd be like, where the AB go? His
Yeah, but
square went away. You're like, oh shit, my bad. StreamYard was
shit
down.
froze. Yeah,
Sorry. Shit froze. Next time, guys. And then just give them the runaround for 10 years.
right, right, exactly. Now we open up the show with one of your singles from YouTube. It was called Hard to Tell. Now this was like I think 4 or 5 years ago that you put this song out, and like how much do you think that you've grown from when you started putting out music to now?
That's funny. I was just talking about this with my best friend Tito. He came in from out of town and he stayed with me during the New Year's weekend. And we were talking a lot about this has been with me since the beginning, since 2003, 2004. So
Mm-hmm.
we were talking about that and how much he's think I've grown because he's one of my toughest critics, and I think I'm hard on myself. And like he's like my best friend, so he's far from a yes man. He's super like critical about my music because he's a fan as well. So I like to hear from an outside perspective. Personally, I don't know if I mean I know I've grown because I can stand to hear my own music now, if that makes sense. Like I could put it on with pride and then stick around in the room while you play it. Whereas before, I
Mm-hmm.
remember when someone played my music and I didn't want to be anywhere near the room when they were playing my own music, as weird as that sounds. And for a long time, it was like that. And then I guess around 2018 to 2020, I started feeling real, like I was hitting new peaks. And I was like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
like I could put on some music that I would agree to ride around and listen to because I've never waited for that perfect album or perfect song before I put anything out. If I make it, I'm putting it out, and then I let the people pick it apart and dissect it. And it's a very vulnerable time because I put it out. If I make it, it's going out. Not a whole lot stays on the editing floor. So you got the people got to see every bit of my growth because I didn't hold anything back. So from my
Right.
first mixtapes with my crew, the prestigious crew, to my first solo joint, Guapo Gustavo mixtape, to now to the obviously dedicated and the latest singles. I think I can hear the growth, and I hope the audience can feel the same. But my best
Mhm.
friend was really saying that, man, you've grown a lot. Your cadences are a lot better. Um, your bars have always been up to par, but now your beat selection and the people you're choosing to work with, the quality has increased substantially. He still had some feedback to give, but he noticed my growth. So I think I'm gonna agree with him, and yeah, I'd say I've grown a lot, but I've been doing it for a long time, so I would hope so. I would hope there's been growth. Otherwise, why keep doing it? But
Right.
yeah, yeah, that's a tough question. But yeah, hopefully I've grown.
Right. No, I thought you were going to say that's a loaded question. It's like, hey.
That's not a loaded question. That's a straightforward question, but it's a tough one to analyze
Right.
stuff like that. But yeah, I think I found myself, which is really what an artist wants to do. That's
Mhm.
that's the hardest part. Gotten better or worse. Like I said, that's for the people to say. But I think I found myself over time and be like, yeah, that's what I want to represent. That's the kind of music that I want
Mhm.
to make. That's my brand. This is my brand. This is who I am, and I know how to better convey it. And yeah, I think people are really starting over the past, let's say, like 4 or 5 years. People have really been trying, like, have been able to see who AB Dvinci is, um, and being able to separate me from the pack, or at least give me my own box, my own space.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Right. Now, being signed to, you're still signed with 1836 Entertainment, correct?
I am
Okay.
correct. Still with 1836, and we got a new single coming out, Famous, coming out real soon, featuring and produced by Gay Parker. So that's coming soon, like this month, I believe.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to like start any ish or anything like that, but I've heard some things about the labor not holding up to what they were saying they're going to do. Is that like holding up on? Are they like being good on your end, or is it just typical label stuff?
They're holding up good on my end.
Right.
I guess it all depends on what you expect them to do.
Okay.
Or some people come in with like grand expectations, and some people
Hmm.
have been in it long enough to know not to expect the world coming all at once, on a silver platter. I know it's a very slow turning wheel, but so far they've made good with what they've said. Uh,
Okay.
it's been a little slow at the office lately, if you will, but
Right.
that just comes with holidays, and it comes with. You see, the label has a lot of other things besides the label going on business wise, like venues that they got to run.
Hmm.
A lot of business fronts they got to keep open and running with real manpower behind them, and sometimes that takes away from the musical aspect of the company.
Right.
Um, because there's a lot of venues that are owned under the company, like Texas Ski Ranch, Buck's Backyard, the Rail Yard in San Marcos, the Ragnarok Compound in San Marcos. So these are all things that require real brick and mortar maintenance, and like I
Mhm.
said, manpower running these things and managing them. And then we got the music side of the business. That's where we come in. So everyone kind of is part of this wheel. And when our time of the wheel comes around, we definitely get busy. We definitely get to work.
That's right.
Yeah, there's been seasons, where it was nothing but work. Like we were on tour with Afro Man.
Hmm.
That was a really good moment that we wouldn't have had, without the label. So we didn't pay a dollar to be on tour, which I don't know if people know or not, but most if you see a local artist that, or even a regional artist that hasn't made it, or is for sure without a doubt in your mind a headliner, like a
Hmm.
like a like a Mexican OT or like a Crystal Poppin or something like that, but it's just one of your well-known local artists. You see him on a big show, opening up for a major artist, or even like a major artist that's past his prime, but just basically a major artist to the average person. If you see a local artist on those shows, they're more than likely paying for the promotional opportunity. They're coming out of pocket to pay and hope to make some money or break even on sales tickets, or just increase their fan base or sell merch at the venue.
Right.
But with that, with the whole Afro Man tour, every single show, every single stage that we're on, we didn't pay $1 at all, because we're artists of the label. So the whole point of the label is to promote and push their artists. So there's no money needed from us, which is, any local artist would tell you, is like, that's a perk. That's definitely a label perk. They would love to be able to get on big ticket shows or a tour like that and not have to come out of pocket. And anything that they sell at the show, or any fans that they gain and streams that they gain, is all income. Nothing to break even from. So the label's done things like that, and they got more shows and tours in the works. But nah, man, I got nothing bad to say about the label. They believe in us. They believe in who they signed. They believe in me. And I believe in them, I believe in them as well.
I think when most people, when they get signed to like a big label or something like that, they just expect it to be work 24/7, constant work. Like, they have to give you time to be you too, be the person that they were interested in. So you still got the grind isn't over. You still got to do that, but
that's true. The funny thing is, though, I'm a workaholic. Like, I'm probably a borderline nuisance to the label, because I'm always calling them, and I'm like, yo, let's get in the studio. What y'all doing? I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go in the studio. What's up with the shows? What's up with the promotional packet? What's up? What they say? What's up? And they're always happy to hear from me. And it's like, it's like calling up your buddies. And shout out to Gilly, shout out to AG Gilly, the owner of the label. Shout out to my man Kirby, Josh, the whole staff out there. They're great. So they never make me feel bad about bugging them. But man, I stay on the horn. I'm like, yo, let's get to work. Like, because they like to party, man. They like to party. They like to wild out. They got bread, so they know how to have a good time. But I'm more like, I could work every day. Like, I could be in the studio every day. I could do a promotional run, a podcast every day, as long as my family time permits it. As long as I can fit in my family time as well. And of course, pay the bills, do what I gotta do to pay the bills. I'm down to work on music every day. So you would think it'd be the other way around, and the label sweating me, and I'm like, man, let me be, man. I got a life. But I'm like, yo, time is ticking, man. Can't make no money, sitting on our hands. So let's go. And they like that. They like that about me. So, yeah. I gotta learn patience. Patience is not one of my virtues. Yeah. It will. It's all headed in the right direction.
Yeah, I'm the same way, bro. Like, I am not good with patience. I'm more of a get it done now type of person. Let's get it done. Let's do it now. Let's do it now.
Me too. Especially if it's something I'm passionate about. If it's like,
I don't like waiting around.
Yeah, my spouse will tell you, if it's like fixing the sink, I could wait around to do that for a while. I'll put that out. But if it's about like something I'm passionate about, I want to get it done now. Yeah, for sure. Right. You can still hear me, right? The mic sounds good.
The sink needs to be fixed. I got to get it done.
Yeah. How am I sounding? Am I sounding good on the mic?
Yeah, we have like really bad weather. Yeah, you're good. We have really bad weather here in Michigan, so my internet's kind of lagging. So really, I do apologize for any technical difficulties that might have on this episode. It's completely my fault. I live in Michigan.
Now, so far, so good on this and no glitches. Yeah.
Right. Okay, good. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just, I think when newer artists get signed, they're all gun ho and want to get it done. And you just have to, you gotta take time to be that person that they wanted to be signed to sign. So
yeah, it's I understand it too.
Just that way.
Yeah, I definitely understand getting impatient and the frustration that like one can get from waiting on a label or just waiting on others to do anything, period. It can get really frustrating. And especially if you're really like self-reliant person, like self-sufficient person who's used to getting everything done on your own. Like some people may feel that they're better off on their own, and that's great. Like I totally understand. So people are what's that word I'm looking for? Autonomous, that they don't need a machine behind them. I've been that way for many years without really a team other than a couple of buddies, like friends that I grew up with helping, like all of us started out with. But as I get more on my plate with my actual career, well, not music is my actual career, but what I mean is my 9 to 5 career,
Right.
and other side investments that I'm trying to really hone in on, like some like real estate management, like real estate investments and
Mm-hmm.
property management, things like that. And as I get more involved as a father and a spouse, as I should be, I do need kind of a machine and a staff, if you will, working while I'm not working, or while I'm working on something else. I do need a machine or a staff to kind of help me at this point, because
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I got so much going on that I wish I could dedicate 110% to just music. But as the way I played my cards, just as the way life has it, I don't have that luxury.
Right.
So it works in my favor to have a label, whether they move slow or not, at my pace or not my pace. That's what you get when you delegate someone else to do it. You're now, you signed up to have them move at their pace,
Mm-hmm.
and you signed up to wait on them to move when they're ready. If I wanted to move at my own pace, then I would keep it all under my control, but that's what happens when you share the responsibility.
Right.
So I want to call it a negative, but it's a compromise. You know what I mean? It's just something that just comes with the game. But some people, like my boy Droop, he's so autonomous that I could totally understand where someone like
Mm-hmm.
him may have a frustration with the label and just feel like, you know what, I'll just put it back in my own hands and take control of the wheel, because I like how I move. I like that when I snap my fingers, I'm there, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't gotta wait on nobody. Like, it's just preference. Like everything else in life is just preference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Yeah, sure. But yeah, you said you toured with Afro Man and stuff, and I have friends that are musicians up here, also like hip hop artists up here in Michigan too, and they've also performed with like Dayton Family, and people and some with like 3 6 Mafia. And is it hard not to be starstruck when you see like a celebrity that you've actually like jammed out to many times?
Now, for me, honestly,
Uh-huh.
nah, not for me. I've never been that type of like fan of just others,
Okay.
like others, period. I don't know why. I don't know why. I've never really, there's a handful of people that would get me starstruck. I think we might have talked about it before on a previous episode, but like if I were to see like Nate Diaz, I'd probably be a little starstruck. If I were to see
Okay.
like maybe like if I were to see, I don't know, like Triple G, the boxer Triple G, I'd be a
Uh-huh.
bit starstruck. If I were to see Canelo Alvarez, I'd be a bit starstruck.
Yeah.
Um, I got guys that do things that, like, man, I could never do that. You know what I mean? Like, man, I gotta tip my hat that they pulled off some physical feats that's just godlike.
Right.
You say Mayweather, you might feel a little starstruck. But like other musicians and artists, I feel honored. I do feel honored. I'm like, man, I'm sharing the stage with another legit musician like myself, someone that takes the craft just as seriously and is just as passionate and who did something with it. Like it is an honor. It's like, man, I'm
Right.
headed in the right direction for sure. It feels like stars and then the moon and the sun are aligning when things like that happen. You're like, yeah, I'm definitely where I'm supposed to be. But nah, I don't get starstruck. I've met a lot of them. I guess because I've been in it so long as well.
Uh-huh.
Um, I was more impressed by meeting someone like Currency, just like backstage at a South by Southwest, than probably like A-listers, like meeting T-Pain or Juvenile or Two
Uh-huh.
Chains, or that we met DJ Paul, 3 6 Mafia, Afro Man. Like, it's just weird. It's ironic who I'm actually kind of like in awe of, and who is just like I can just be next to and just be like, cool, I'm with this person. I'm on stage or backstage with this person. Um,
Right.
but no, I understand it when people are, but I guess that's just the way I am. I guess low key, I guess what I'm trying to say is I kind of see everyone as competition. In other words, even if they're in my lane or not, like
Yeah.
I see everything. I'm real
Okay.
competitive, so I see everyone like I'm coming for you. You know what I mean? Um, yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, competitive spirit. But yeah, I think it's more like the anticipation of seeing this person, other than like actually seeing them. because I was like that when I had Tommy Chong on the episode. I was just like the anticipation leading up to the episode is just like, oh my god, oh my god. But then when he clicked on, it was just like another person.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, and it's just like it's
It,
just another. You're talking to another human being.
mhm. You're right.
That's all
Not I
it
want
is.
to say it's a letdown or that you were not to say it was a letdown or didn't meet your expectations, but once just reality sets in, right, you just start realizing you're talking to another person like that, just like you,
Right.
that just has a different profession, and a lot of people know about it. You know what I mean? Um,
Hmm.
but it is pretty cool though. I'm like when you have guests of that caliber on your show, I feel like I'm starstruck for you. I'm like, damn, Dan Levy got motherfucking Tommy Chong on there. Like that's huge. Like that's big. Like
Right.
that's tight. Like it doesn't go unnoticed for mine when other people get to those levels. I feel like I get starstruck for other people. I'm like, man,
Right.
that's like, I'm really proud of them. You know what I mean? That's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like I saw that episode by the way too. That was super cool. Like we all
Mhm.
grew up, you know what I mean, on Cheech and Chong. So it's like,
Yeah.
man, for him to be in your box, interviewing or
Right.
chopping it up with them, that's huge, man.
We're gonna get in studio guests here pretty soon. I'm working on it, guys. We're working on it. The house hunting has begun. We're trying
Cool,
to buy a house now. I hate it. I hate this process.
dude. Yeah, that's a hell of a process too, and it feels like they're never done asking for more paperwork. Like you think you submitted it, oh, we need this, and you think you got everything. Like, oh, can you go back and bring us this? And
Yeah.
it never ends. Like, what else do you people want from me?
Right. Firstborn child. Yep. It's pretty much. We met with a realtor today, and she's like, "Yeah, you're gonna pretty much give him everything."
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn, I don't know if I have access to everything, but I'll try."
Are you doing it with the spouse? You and your significant?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and my fiance. Yep.
That's the only reason why I had everything. She was so good and squared away with like the paperwork and everything. Where
Uh-huh.
there's paperwork when we were buying our house, I wouldn't even begin to know where to look for that piece of paperwork, and
Right.
she just had it all in order. So, shout out to the significant others keeping our artistic ADD asses in line because I didn't know where half of that paperwork was. So,
I use marijuana to keep my ADHD in line.
yeah, for real. Nah,
But yeah, but because me and her, we're both like it's weird. We're our personalities. We're separate people. We live in the same house, but we do separate things, and we're in separate rooms pretty much at all times.
that's
And our
good though.
son is not. Our son is the one that he's the glue that keeps us together. And he's
That sounds
like
right.
he's pretty much the one in public that will just come up and talk to strangers. I tried to break him of that. I'm like, dude, you can't do that. But he still does
Yeah,
it.
hey, he's a friendly guy. He's a friendly guy.
Right. Right. But yeah. So now that we're like talking about family, like what is this like the whole family life when you're on tour and all that stuff? Is it like you like obviously you miss your family and stuff because you're on tour and all that stuff, but how do you work through it?
FaceTime.
FaceTime?
FaceTime. No, it's
Technology. Yep.
yeah, technology. I touch base. It's tough. It's easy to get through it when your spouse has your back. Like mine,
Uh-huh.
mine does. She's really good with the kids when I'm gone. Nothing skips a beat. She's really good with supporting me, and I don't know how to say it gently, but but she's really good at not giving me shit. You know how you can always
Right.
get shit when it's time to go. Like I've been in the game long enough and had enough buddies pick up buddies on the way to a gig or something, and it's always like right when we got a gig is when the spouse wants to start like a fight or an argument about anything, just to keep them in the house or to kind of
Mm.
ruin the essentially a guy's night is what's about to happen. Like if you're an artist, like me, I only go out to perform, so my track record is pretty clean. If I'm not out doing something musically involved, then I'm usually at the house or doing something with the family. I'm rarely at a club unless I'm performing at it, or unless I'm with my spouse on a date night. So
Mm-hmm.
I reserve all that time to when it is time to hit the road and go on tour with Afro Man. My spouse is like, all right, well, you haven't been out in so many months. Like, go have fun. And when I do step out, I behave myself. I mean, I'm a good dude. So I got no reasons
Right.
not to be trusted. So what I'm trying to say is when your spouse really trusts you and you got a clean track record, it makes the music life a whole lot easier. Now we've been out there fucking up the past 6 months to a year. You know what I mean? She can't trust you to go get some cigarettes from the store without you falling into some strange piece of ass. Then like that's your fault. You know what I mean? But my spouse gives me a break. Like she lets me, she knows me, so she lets me do my thing music wise. Because when she met me, I was knee deep in it, and then 10 years later with her, she knows I'm neck deep in it. So she knows it's a part of me, and she respects it as if I was going to work. And then my kids, that's the hardest thing to leave, man. My kids, because they always want to play. They always want me to take them somewhere in the weekends or just to be here with them in the weekends. So when I say I gotta go, they're the ones that make it the hardest. You know, it's by giving you a big old hug and telling you no, don't go, and that's hard.
Right.
But they know I'll be back. They know I'm always coming back, and it's tough, man. It is tough. But there's people that do it every day when they work for the oil field or sales. You know, the sales that require you to travel, all kinds of things. It comes with a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
So it's part of the game, man. It's part of the game. But trust and a good track record will make it easier with your family. So, piece of advice.
Right.
I mean, that trust bank. Build up that trust bank. Yeah.
Real talk. Now you said you had a single coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, man. You Famous is a new single.
Yeah, Famous.
Yeah, you definitely want to check that one out, man. That shit is tight. It's produced by Gabe Parker, one of the best producers in our city, in the state of Texas, in my opinion. And he's on the hook. He made the beat. I've known Gabe Parker since I was a kid, and he's been had a name. Like when I was recorded on Jack Beats, you know, he was making bangers for the city, and now he's worked with the likes of like Megan Thee Stallion, and I mean, you name it. I don't want to go on a brain fart just forgetting who he's worked with, but he's worked with A-listers, and I've been wanting to work with Gabe Parker for a long time. I've known him, it feels like my whole life, but
right.
And he's always worked with artists that I know personally, like my brother Immaculate. That's like his producer. That's like his Dr. Dre. So he's produced Emac's whole albums, whole projects before. And this is, you know, and I've known Emac since I was like 16. So Gabe Parker's always been just 1 degree of separation. And, you know, we've been buddies for quite a while. I just never got a chance to work with him. And we finally worked together. And I feel like our first one was like the best one, was the one, you know. And in this record, Famous, it's a badass song, man. It's radio ready. We've already given it to some DJs. Some DJs already demanded it. They're like, yo, I need that early, man. Like, send it to me now. I need to spin that. So yeah, so I've been sending it out already to DJs and club DJs, radio DJs. Everyone loves it. I love it. It's a catchy record. It's a great record. It's a feel good record. And I think the general public, the general reaction is going to be good on it. We got some things in the works. Going back to the label is working right now on that single. They're putting together a promo pack. We got people in Vegas interested. We got DJ D Life, who is like Ashante and Ja Rule's DJ. He has a show in Vegas, a podcast in Vegas, and knows all the right people. He's a Russell Simmons' nephew, actually.
Oh, okay.
So,
cool.
Yeah. So he heard it from Gilly, was sending it off to his people. He heard it. He went crazy about it. So they're putting together this promo pack and trying to get it on the radio stations across the country. So that's the plan. Take it full radio push with the new single Famous.
Now, is it the label's job to push it to the radio stations, or because I noticed that you guys had songs on radio stations down in Texas before you get actually signed? Like, how do you get your music to the radio station?
It is a label's job. I mean, it should be their job. It should be something they want to do. I mean, that is something, that I definitely say would be their job at some point or another. They should definitely be trying to get you on the radio. We've been doing it ourselves just because we're such a part of the city, a part of the culture. We've been known for so long, just grinding it. we've known a lot of these DJs since they were just club DJs or online radio DJs, and we've seen a lot of these DJs grind just like us into a higher position.
Okay.
And so it was just kind of like a parallel thing where like our buddies that we started on the ground level with while we were doing our ground level rapping, they're doing ground level DJing. And now we're at where we're at, and they're DJs for prominent radio stations. So it's not to be like, yo, homie, you know what I mean? Like, we don't even got to ask them. They did what they were supposed to do and reach the helping hand and be like, yo, we here now, the prisoners are running, the inmates are running the jail. You know what I mean? The inmates are running the prison. Like,
Right.
we have an inside man in the radio station. So that's how most of our radio connects come from. They're dudes that we really just came up with in the game. Whether they were DJs, promoters, or rappers themselves at some point, and now they're in positions of power at radio stations, and they didn't forget us. So it was really no genius or like, as much as I would like to make ourselves sound cooler, give ourselves a bigger pat on the back. All we did was make dope music that our radio DJ friends were that felt worthy to be on the radio station. We're like, yo, send me that song because I'm working over here now. And, we're like, bet. You don't got to ask us twice. Take them. You know what I mean? Like, and then boom. They're like, yo, tune in on this. My segment's coming on. Tune in. You're going to hear yourself on the radio. Nice. Like, hell yeah. So shout out to all, they know who they are. Shout out to all the DJs out there looking out for us. John Bell, DJ Chris Fonseca, Gino at Hot Z95, all the DJs in Dallas, Taveron, my homeboy Taveron Marshall out here in Austin, Todd Ingle, Insanely Gifted Radio, DJ Slow-Mo, shit, even DJ Fame shows a lot of love out to local artists and regional artists. And DJ Fame's like the biggest DJ in our city. He's known all over the country now. He's a coalition DJ. I haven't worked with DJ Fame, but hopefully I get my record in his hands. But there's just so many DJs that show love to local artists where, I don't think we give them enough credit in our city. We usually gripe. We used to gripe a lot about the radio culture not showing any love to the local artists, but we really can't say that anymore. So shout out to all the DJs that have been changing that narrative because it helps a lot, man. More than they know.
Right. Yeah, my buddy's in like a death metal band up here in Michigan, and he gets advertised. They get advertised on Z93 a lot. I don't know if you know what Z93 is here in Texas.
No, I don't.
No, Z93 is the rock station. I don't know because you guys. I don't know. It's a completely different airwaves. You probably don't even get the same exact show. But up here, there's a big rock station called Z93, and they're pretty much advertised on it all the time. And I'm like, how do you get your band advertised on this all the time? He's like, sometimes it's who you know.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, that's true.
That's what's up. Hell yeah.
You don't make connections, you don't get anywhere.
No, it's all about the connections. That's what keeps you alive in this game. You got to build those connections, and you gotta nurture them too. Once you make a connection like that, to me, that's an act of friendship. That's an act like of alliance. Like if someone looks out for you like that, then that's like an act of friendship, So you take care of those people, you check in on them, and you do start to develop like a bond with these people even if it starts over music. Like a lot of real friendships developed over what was once just a connection or networking. And then, 10, boom, before you know it, like, damn, I know this dude 5 years, 10 years, based off of music, but we've built an alliance, and then a kinship. Right. And you really got to take care of those people, man. Don't shit on those people or forget about those people. Once you've milked that favor out, and then you just throw them to the wayside, and don't come back around until it's time for another favor. Like really look out for those people in your own way, whether it's sparking a homie up, checking on them when you hear that they had to bury a loved one, just whatever the case may be, just to say what's up, just to play some Madden online, like take care of those people, man, and let them know that it was real to you. And yeah, that's just another piece of advice, for the artists out there. Nurture those connections.
Yep, for sure. I don't know. It's weird because I only have like a handful of friends. I need more connections.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I like friends that would still be my friends if I was like
Yeah.
a fucking librarian, and they would still be my friend. That's maybe, like I said, a handful. If it wasn't for
Handful.
music, I'd have like 90% less friends. And there'd be like two or three left if I and that's okay, that's
Right.
all right. I'm not sour about that, but it's a lot of friendships form and maintain because there's a system of
Mhm.
there's a currency being exchanged of value. You know what I mean? There's trades of favors
Right.
and scratching each other's back. A lot of friendships stay alive because of that, and that's all right. It doesn't make them any less of a friendship. You just got to kind of know when it is built off of that. But yeah, the friends that'll be your friends, whether you're a podcaster, a rodeo clown, or a sous chef, and they'd
Right.
still be right there. Yeah, those are. If you have two of those, man, you're blessed. So
Right.
that's for sure.
Rodeo clown. What a profession, rodeo clown.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to do that. It does not sound fun to me.
does not sound fun. Does not sound fun.
Nope. It does.
No. And what are you gonna do with the friend that is
So
a rodeo clown? Like, he can't really hook you up with anything.
yeah,
There'd
like
be no, there'd
you're
be
gonna.
no incentive. Like, I can get you free rodeo tickets. You're like, I'm good.
I'm
that's
good. I'm
that's
good
when you
at
know he's
smelling
your real
horse shit.
friend. Yeah, yeah.
Or bullshit. Yeah. He's like,
That's
hey, I
fun.
can hook you up with this job. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm
I'm
good.
good. I'm good. But we're still cool.
Unemployment
We still
office is
come.
not that bad.
Yeah, yeah. But still come over for dinner.
Right.
Still come over for dinner. We're still cool.
Right. Exactly. Shower first.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to take up too much tomorrow of your time there, buddy. But I do thank you for coming on and chopping up with me for a little bit. We'll get you back on here at probably I don't know whenever. Just hit me up.
Yeah,
We
man,
can
for
schedule
sure.
something out if you want.
Yeah,
But
absolutely,
what
absolutely.
do you have any upcoming? Do you have any upcoming projects coming up other than the famous?
We're working on the album still.
Yep, go ahead. Yeah, my internet's sucking right now.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, we're working on the album. Still back at the studio at the 1836 headquarters, if you will. We're cooking it up. There's
Yeah.
maybe about. See, I got my whiteboard up here. There's maybe like about eight records written. Most of them recorded. A few of them mixed and mastered. But the album is rounding out
Okay.
pretty good. Yeah, the album sounded nice. We just got to get a few more in. Um, I don't know when. I don't know how long I want it to be. Maybe 12 records. Not too long, not too short. I want to give him a good body of work. About 12 solid records. Like I said, about eight. If we choose to keep all eight, maybe six to eight that I have right now. So yeah, we'll cook up a few
Okay.
more, add them to the pile, and then just start pacing it, start ordering it, and yeah, try to give something a good offering, because um it'll be my first album through the label, so the expectations are kind of high. So I kind of want every song to
Right.
be, to have that punch. So I don't want to just
Right.
just turn in
Do you put?
anything.
Do you prefer releasing EPs or albums?
I prefer albums. I prefer
Just
albums.
whole albums. Okay.
I've done a lot of EPs because we're in the age of EPs, but I'm a fan of albums. They say no one
Mhm.
listens to albums anymore. I listen to albums. I still listen to
Right.
albums, old ones. If an artist that I care about comes out with a new one, I'll still support it and buy the album or the CD or the vinyl or some kind of physical media, or at least give them the respect to listen to it top to bottom on the streaming platform from track 1 to track 12 or whatever. And I
Mhm.
especially like it when they're cohesive, when you can kind of tell they had like a theme or at least some kind of like a sonically tied together just from the beat production, when it's cohesive and it sounds like a body of work and not just a bunch of random songs. You could tell when, like, Good Kid, Mad City, like
Mhm.
that was a great album. I know it's not so new anymore, but like Nipsey Hussle's last effort, that his before he passed, like his first official album, like those are great bodies of work that I want to deliver something like that. I want to offer something like that to the world.
Right.
So that's what I'm shooting for, like a classic, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I want to give them a classic. But I've done a lot of EPs. I like EPs because when you hit 6 or 7 you're like, you know what? I think it's ready. I think we could drop something. Cause I always want to drop something, you know? So I'm like, I got 6, 7. Yeah, this is enough. Like, let's put it out as an EP. So, but no, this time I really want to wait till I build up a good cachet of records and maybe do like 15 or 20 and choose the best 12 to 15, you know, and really be selective about it. Cause I wanted to hit every single, you know, I wanted to be one of those no skippers, no skips. So that's what I'm shooting for, a classic for sure. But Famous is going to be the first offering off the album, the first single.
How do you know when a song?
Oh, go ahead. My bad, bro.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, nothing. My bad. I was just talking about. I was just saying, Famous
I was going to
is
ask
be
you.
the first single, but.
Okay, I was going to ask you. What do you know? Like a song is going to make the album, and when do you know that it's not going to? When do you know like a song is good enough?
If I know when it's good enough when I feel like riding around and like listen to it in my car, like when it passes the car test, when I want to ride around to it and let my windows down and like let other people hear it in a parking lot or like, you know, through the, you know, on the block. I live out in the suburbs now, so it's really not quite the same feeling as riding through the hood banging your music. But you know, when you want to ride through the hood and like let people hear it, you know, holler out the window and be like, yo, it's my new shit. You know, when you feel confident enough to do that, that's when I feel it's ready for the album. I don't want to make anything that I, like I said, that I wouldn't personally listen to. So I think I have a good taste in music. I know what I'm a fan of. So I think if I would listen to it, and I'm pretty critical on myself, but if I enjoy it, the finished product, then it's going on the album. If I have doubts about it, if I'm like, man, like I feel like it didn't come out the way I wanted it to, I still may even put it on the album because you never know there's been a lot where I've had doubts and I put it on the project anyways. And for some reason, people gravitate to that one the most. Like you just never know. Especially if someone else feels different. Like I'll respect your opinion. You know, if you say like, no, that one slaps. And say you're in the studio with me and I'm like, I don't know, but you like it. I say, well, then there might be an audience for it. You know what I mean? Who am I to say that it's not a good song? If Dan's already feeling it, you know, more people might feel the same. So put it on there. I said not a whole lot with me stays on the cutting room floor. Like if I make it, it's more than likely coming out. It's just a matter of when. But yeah, when I know is just when I can listen to it with pride and I'm not ashamed to show people and when I can't wait to show someone actually, you know. If I make it and I instantly want to email it to my best friend Tito, then then I'm excited about it. And if I get excited about it, it's going on the album.
Right. Yeah, it was like I think it was Juice WRLD where I saw him in an interview and he's like, yeah, I thought this song was gonna be the hit, and then it ended up being Lucid Dreams. So I was like, yeah, you never know. You might as well just put it out. If you make it, put it out because you never know which one's gonna hit, and you never know who's gonna like it. So
that's right. I mean, it's art. You know what I mean? That's the beauty of art. Like it's meant to be dissected and looked at this way and looked at that way, and you know, like I don't know. And then fans offer their input, and sometimes it's harsh, sometimes it's constructive, sometimes it's good input, and then you just receive it all, and you try to put that feedback, try to sprinkle it out throughout your next project. I think that's what equals growth. You know, take that feedback, take the criticism. You don't got to take it to heart, but take it and try to do something with it. Like, all right, I kind of see what you were saying there. Let me try that. You know, it won't hurt to try what they were suggesting underneath all that shit talking. Like, all right, let me try that. And I mean, as an artist, you're signing up, especially if an artist that's going to be releasing their art to the public, you're signing up for it to be received or not received in the age of social media, for it to be publicly, you know, for people to publicly say how they feel about it, you know, harsh or gentle. So just take it all in stride and try to apply it to the next record if you care to. If not, I mean, then fuck them and just keep doing what you were going to do anyways. But yeah.
Right.
Now, as long as they listen.
Now, right, exactly. As long as they're listening. Mm-hmm. Now, not too long ago, I put out a post, and before I let you go, I want to get your opinion on this. I put out a post. You knew about the whole MGK and Eminem diss
Oh
track
yeah,
beef thing going on all that stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I put out a post that said MGK's Rap Devil is better than Eminem's Kill Shot. Do you agree or disagree? Am I wrong or am I right? I'm just gonna get someone's public opinion because I got a lot of flack on it online.
There's it falls in two different categories.
Okay.
Uh, Rap Devil was a better record. Rap Devil has more replay value. Rap Devil is a better record. It's a better song.
Yeah.
It's a better song because if you take out the Eminem diss or slander out of it, it's still a banging record. Like it's still a good record. It doesn't need the controversy within it to run it back. Like if you keep the hook, you keep the cadence, you keep 90% of the elements of that song, and you take out the Eminem disses and you just put it in with some cool shit, with like some cool self-boasting braggadocious bars, you still want to hear that song. You know what I mean? Whereas if you're a battle rap fan and you're a fan of like you watch on YouTube for hours, those guys are just standing in the square and like with no beat and they just talk shit to each other like in front, like this close to each other's face and in rhyme, you know, then Kill Shot is the better record because he stayed laser focused on fucking tearing his ass up. Like there wasn't like a single bar wasted. There wasn't a single bar that was not dedicated to whooping MGK's ass. Like that's why it was called Kill Shot. So it's the better diss because it's more focused on the diss. Like he understood the assignment and like he took the assignment really super serious, whereas MGK was having fun with the assignment and made a good record out of it. And so he went to like dissing Eminem, to like bigging himself up to just, and then saying something cool, and then dissing Eminem, and then bigging himself up, and then saying something cool. So there was Eminem disses throughout this really catchy record. And I'm a catchy record fan. I'm not a battle rapper. Like I'm not finna just stand in front of someone and have them talk crazy to me for fun. Like I'm not gonna do that. So I'm all about
catch AB on 8 Mile.
Nah, you're not catching me on no fucking 8 Mile. Like you watch how you fucking talk to me. But I'm all about a good record, you know. And so yeah, so at MGK, I think you have the better record. So without trying to, you know, I'm not trying to give you that politically correct two answers. I'm gonna say Rap Devil, man. Rap Devil's the better song. Period.
Right.
Better song.
That's kind of what I was getting at. I'm not saying Eminem was trash. I wasn't saying that at all. Like it was a very good song. I mean, but I was just saying that Rap Devil it's more catchy and you can listen to it more than once over in a row.
Yeah.
You can put that on repeat, listen to it like 5 times, and you're still going at it. So,
yeah. I'm not like a big not like a big Drake fanboy. Like I don't hate the man, but I'm not a big I'm not a big diehard fan either. But that fucking song, I don't remember the one he did. You remember when he did what's it called? Summer 16? Yeah. Summer 16, it was like a diss to like a response back to Meek Mill. It was like his second diss to Meek Mill. He did the one that like basically had no beat. It was just like a metronome. And then he came back with Summer 16. They had a hook in it. Yeah, like I like that record because it was a catchy record. Even without the Meek Mill diss, it was still a great record. So same thing with Hit 'Em Up. You know, Hit 'Em Up it's still a good record with or without talking shit to Biggie, like from the beat to the hook to the cadence. So yeah, if you can say what you're trying to say and make a good record on top of that, I think you win. You win.
What's the best diss track that you've ever heard?
Damn, the best diss track I've ever heard. Shit, there's so many, man. The best diss track.
There we go. We're gonna leave off with the hard hitting question here.
Man, I knew the answer when you told me. I was like, man, I don't know if I want to say it because I mean I'm gonna get so much shit from the other half of the team that I'm like personal friends with the other half of the team. But I'm gonna say Ether.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Ether. That whole great debate. Yeah, I think he got him, man. I think Ether's better than Takeover. don't come from my head, man. But I think Ether's better than Takeover, and I think that's one of the best.
I would have to
best songs.
say no Vaseline, Ice Cube.
That
Ice
was
Cube's No
that was my
Vaseline.
second. It was a toss up. That was also, man. That No Vaseline is fucking. That's brutal, man. That's a diss record. Yeah, and he took on the whole fucking
Yeah.
label. Like it was like one
Yeah,
man
it
against
was.
the whole team.
I remember seeing. Yeah. Yep, I was watching an interview, and he's like, he's like getting mad because everyone's saying that Tupac's "Hit 'Em Up" was the best diss track or whatever, and he's like, how is it a best diss track when he had help on it, and I took down an entire label by myself with no Vaseline. So it's like, yeah, it's true.
That's true. That's true. But that's also why I put Ether up there, because Ether, he was coming for Jay, but he took out like, and I'm like a big Rockefeller fan, especially when they're in their prime. Like I wanted nothing more than to be part of Rockefeller Records, but like Ether took out the whole camp. You know what I'm saying? He took out from Dame Dash to Jay to
He talked shit
Beans,
about
like,
Foxy Brown.
Right. exactly, man. So yeah, but No Vaseline's definitely up there. No Vaseline's up there for the same reasons. That's right. Don't sleep on Cube. Fuck yeah. Well, hell yeah, man.
Exactly. But all right, AB. Yeah, but thank you for coming in and taking some time out of your day. We went a little bit longer, but that's okay. But yeah, if you have any shout outs, anything you want anybody to go check out, follow, links, anything, now's the time to do it.
Man, go check me out. Go check me out on all the streaming platforms. Definitely check me out on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music. They gotta get my numbers up on Spotify, man. So check out AB Dvinci. You see the spelling ABDVINCI. Look that up on Spotify. Add something to your playlist and be on the lookout for that new single "Famous" coming out.
That's right. And thank you, sir, for coming on. I appreciate you.
Hey, man, thank you for having me, bro. You have a good one, man. Stay safe. Peace.
You too. All right. AB Dvinci, everyone. I just want to say I'm sorry for all the technical difficulties if the video's glitchy. I do have very bad internet at the moment. Yeah, at the moment. And so I just want to thank everyone for clicking the play button. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe if you could for me. It's free. That's all I ask. And we'll see you next time. Love you guys. Stay up. Peace.